Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, I'm Renee Summerhour. We start with your health news this morning, brought to you by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. Health officials say the resurgence of COVID-19 in Southern Nevada is making it harder to notify those who might have been exposed. Review-Journal's Jen Ah has the details. Jen?
Good morning, Renee. With the return of in-class learning, officials say COVID cases in schools, which are considered a top priority, is helping to fuel the delays in contact tracing, finding out who might have been exposed. According to the Southern Nevada Health District, the lag time in notifying those potentially exposed can take several days or longer, depending on how quickly the person who tested positive returns the health district's calls.
Contact tracing, particularly in a school setting, is very challenging because these kids, of course, are changing classrooms at times, going out in the halls.
The Review-Journal is welcoming tips from parents at this email, schooltips@reviewjournal.com. If you receive a positive COVID notification from your child's school, feel free to send us a tip. Renee?
We continue now with your top stories brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A man who went to prison for his role in the 2014 Bunkerville standoff is suing the federal government for $100 million. Todd Engel was sentenced to 14 years behind bars before a judge dismissed the charges against him and other defendants, including rancher Cliven Bundy.
Engel is alleging in this lawsuit malicious prosecution, wrongful imprisonment, and a violation of his constitutional rights, along with other things, including theft of the property that the government confiscated after he was arrested.
In other news, Scott Gragson's mansion in Summerlin is available for rent. The Las Vegas real estate broker is serving 8 to 20 years in prison for a drunk driving crash that left a 36-year-old woman dead. Last year, he reached a settlement to pay the victim's family $21 million. The 6-bedroom home in the exclusive Ridges Enclave is listed for $50,000 a month. Clark County will remember the Route 91 harvest shooting with a sunrise event on October 1st at the Clark County Government Center Amphitheater. And it will feature a song written by someone who was nearly there. Mark Johnson was invited to the festival but decided not to go. Now he has written a song about the shooting titled 4 Years After. He says it was inspired by a colleague who was wounded at the shooting but made a full recovery.
And what strength and what character to build yourself back up there. Very impressive. And at some point I thought, boy, there's a song there, a story there, a poem there, something. And I wrote down a few words and I'm thinking, well, gosh, it's almost 4 years. And what does somebody feel like 4 years after that kind of event?
Now it's time to take a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. Sunny and hot conditions are forecasted for your Wednesday, 102 for the high. Light winds coming from the southeast. Mostly clear skies tonight with lows in the low 70s. For the rest of the week, winds will pick up by Thursday. Gusts could reach about 24 miles per hour. Temps will also start to decrease, 100 degrees by Friday, under 100 degrees heading into the weekend.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $500 when you sign up. In need of defensive line reinforcements, the Raiders have signed defensive tackle Damian Square from the Chicago Bears practice squad and will add him to the 53-man roster. Defensive end Yannick Ngakoue and defensive tackle Gerald McCoy both suffered injuries during Monday's game, resulting in the need for D-line depth. Square had recently spent time with the Chargers, Saints, and Browns before landing with the Bears.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, a Mexican restaurant that spent more than a decade on the Las Vegas Strip, has found a new home. Tacos and Tequila, also known as TNT, is opening a location at Palace Station. TNT spent more than 10 years at Luxor before closing its doors in 2018. Its menu includes shrimp quesadillas, brisket enchiladas, and more than 100 varieties of tequila. The Palace Station restaurant is expected to open by the end of the year. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Oakmont of Las Vegas Assisted Living and Memory Care, the best care for the best life. Once upon a time, she read for blind students at UNLV. Now she runs a foundation that has given out more than $89 million for arts and education. Meet Beverly Rogers, chairman of the Rogers Foundation, a nonprofit that helps children and young adults change their lives. Its resources include the Lucy, a downtown building that includes art residences, and the Writer's Block bookstore.
The biggest project in the works through the Rogers Foundation is the Beverly Theater. It's going to be a film house in downtown Las Vegas on 6th Street, right at the corner of Bonneville where the Lucy is. And it's going to have film space and education space for the independent film creators to, showcase their work.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Number 1, Alabama is a 15.5-point road favorite at Circa Sports against number 11, Florida in the marquee matchup for week 3 of college football. In other top 25 matchups, number 10, Penn State is a 6-point home favorite over number 22, Auburn, and number 19, Arizona State is a 3.5-point road favorite against number 23, BYU.
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, one big fan of the infrastructure bill is working its way through Congress is the mining industry. The National Mining Association is holding its trade show at the Las Vegas Convention Center. A panel of CEOs say that they see the bill as a key to the industry's rebound. The panelists say their companies would be called upon to provide everything from steel to bridges to lithium for electric vehicle batteries. And a company that operates food court restaurants on the Las Vegas Strip is looking for help. Feel Good Brands is looking to hire 100 people for its eateries at Circus Circus, Treasure Island, and Excalibur. Its brands include Dairy Queen, Popeyes, and Einstein Brothers Bagels. Feel Good Brands will hold a hiring fair on Thursday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Garden Grill Cafe at Circus Circus. The company is looking for managers, cooks, and more. For more information, visit feelgoodbrandscorp.com/employment. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have Amazon Fire TV, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.